Kite Man, hell yeah, episode 5 titled Prison Break, hell yeah, and this episode is a prison break episode as the title assumes it's going to be. It is going to be a big ass prison break episode. We have Golden Glider trying to bust out her mother because we now know that her mother's alive, all because all the we want to be time wimey, toilet flushy, time traveling stuff that happened in episode 4. Golden Guy's mom is alive, and she wants to know where is she? Where is that? It's like this big thing on her brain that she can't, cope at all. She can't cope her whole life without knowing where is her mother. Where is her mother? And we find out that Bane kind of knows where she is, because she's at the prison that Bane was in. That he got out and. Basically, it's clearly a whiff from the Dark Knight Rises and all that kind of stuff. But it is run by the League of Assassins. Ra's al Ghul and Talia Ghul and Nessa al Ghul and all the ghouls out there with lava pits left, right, center. That was used to run by those people. That's what she is. So you got Bane, knowing he knows the place. Bane, Kite Man, and Golden Glider are all going to head over there. And oddly enough, like, the main plot kind of feels like a B plot, oddly enough. Like, it feels like, okay, all we need to do is get the mother out of the prison, and that's the end of that story. So, all of that aspect of things, I mean, yeah, nice to know who's pulling out the big bad for the season, which is Baby Doll. Baby Doll is big bad with the whole, villain gang, villains, whatever the bloody villains, brand is, and how they're spanning from not just a restaurant, but now they're a airplane line. Now they're this, now they're that. You can eat food from the villains' brands. So yeah. Now we're Disneyland. Now we're just Disneyland. It's just villains, everything. Villains, like, products left, right, and center. And oddly enough, it's not really the most humorous moments out through with the storyline. The humorous moments with Golden Glider and Bane and Kite Man, it's not mostly, that's not where the humor is. I mean, sure, it's funny where, like, we find now in the episode, in the previous episode, that Bane is a bit of a sweetheart. He's a bit of a sweetheart, where he's aware that he cares about children's safety. And there was a whole thing about, like, I forgot what it was, but like the child wasn't wearing a seatbelt or something, and he's like, "Excuse me, young man, you have to put your seatbelt on because the plane might flip and flops and do all these things." I mean, I thought, like, this is funny. Bane cares about kids. How sweet. I'm always like, why are you a villain, Bane? Why you chose this villain part? Because clearly you're not a villain. Clearly you just might be a man who just made a few bad choices, and that's all it is. You just forced into this villainy aspect of things. Anyway, what is most interesting is everything else. All these supporting characters, where somehow the B plot feels like, the A plot, and the A plot feels like the B plot, and that is all dealing with stinking go. It all comes to the health inspector. The health inspector comes along, and normally you can buy them off. I mean, we're in Gotham, for God's sakes, but apparently this is the one health inspector that you can't buy off. That there's one. He's that one, and he is sharp. He is, like, keen. He is, like, at the point. He is just like a genius. He is Mr. Nicky Papu here, and this is these supporting characters trying to keep the fucking bar attached and trying to work with this health inspector is absolutely that was the hilarious part. That was the funny part. That's, it's also interesting to see, like, what happens when you have a guy who you can't be bought. All the tricks normally work, but what happens when it doesn't work, and that what I enjoyed. That's what I mostly joke around. I mean, the only part I was like, okay, this could equal to some good character development is simply, you have a mother reuniting with her daughter, and you have the scene that you normally think would be sweet and lovely, all that kind of stuff, and then the mother just goes, oh, fuck. And you're just like, oh, what happened? What happened? What happened between these characters? Maybe it's one of those things like, I ran away because I didn't want to be a mom. Maybe there's a sense of that. Maybe she knows what's around the corner. It's all these things I'm quite curious about with the story. But it does feel like, knowing we're at the halfway point, that it feels like we have the remaining 5-6 episodes. And, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 episodes. We know what we want to happen in those episodes, but we need this thing to happen so everything makes sense. And it could be easily that type of episode. But anyway, waiting for episode 5. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts.